What is going on, everybody? Happy, I don't even know what day it is. It's Sunday the 14th. We're coming up on April 15th, tax day, but also we're going to get into charting on this session, and I want to know what's coming up this week. I know we have a bunch of news, so we got retail sales, business inventories, home builder, and blah, blah, blah. Housing starts and building permits Tuesday. That's a good one. Beige book Wednesday. You're going to shake things up. Jobless claims. And then Friday's pretty boring. So a decent week for news ahead. But the big overarching theme, and we saw this happen Saturday night, was when, Iran launched missiles towards Israel, sent the crypto market spiraling. And I'm willing to bet that in 45 minutes when the futures market opens up, we're going to see more of the same. And looking at the macro time frame here too, it is very evident that it looks like we're going to be pushing to the downside. We have a bearish engulfing candle, and we're likely going to retest, if I had to guess, 18,000, especially after what happened this past weekend. So I'm going to walk you through what I'm looking at here, a live charting session, just doing this with you. I don't really have any agenda on this, but stick around, hang out with me, and let's look at everything we've really got going on in the market. So just going to start plotting out. We've got our high. And then this is like what I believe established our range right here. So I'm just looking at everything from a daily time frame. And I mean, that's really all I'm looking at, because we would have to have a massive move down here to come down into the mid 17,000s again. So let's go to the 4 hour. Still within that range, clearly. I mean, we had, 12 hours of just, pretty much straight up selling pressure. But when you look at the chart like this, I mean, it's almost possible that we could raid down into these these imbalances down here. We got a pretty strong imbalance right here at this whole range. I don't know. I'm bearish after what happened this past weekend. And then of course, if you guys are seeing anything different, throw down in the comments with what you're looking at. And then we've got a clear Yeah, I definitely think we're really be interested to see how this 4 hour imbalance pans out. So we've got a clear resistance right here at 18,500 whole level. So it's something to take note of too. 1 hour chart. Yeah, this imbalance is still being respected in terms of just having crazy sellers. Based on how this looks right here, I would expect somewhat of a retest and then failure to push us back down to this side of things. Like I said, I'm not so confident that we're going to absolutely smash below 18,000. Although it would make sense given macro events with inflation and then everything going on in the Middle East. Just a lot of buying power right here. Definitely think we'd be able to recover it. I would think that the back test of 18,000 would be crucial once we get down in here and then we push up. Let's go back down into the 15-minute here. Yeah, definitely a clean zone. But is this one, two, three, and then we just push back up? But like I said, I am not too confident in that. The way the crypto market responded, I think, is indicative of how futures is going to look. Then you have, you've got two imbalances right here that are yet to be touched. Yeah, this whole zone. And remember, this is the 4-hour imbalance. And then you've got the VWAP retest right here. Yeah, I think if we break this low at the 118 level, I think there is a lot of space, because look at all this. This is support all day. 1, 2, 3, 4 almost. I just don't see us. I don't know. I'm bearish on this week. I could be wrong. I have been wrong multiple times. Will continue to be wrong in the future. Let's go 5 minute, and then we'll just... Yeah, there's just too many selling imbalances in here for this to just rally through. This is the big zone from the 4-hour. So I have a very bearish bias. Of course, we will trade whatever the chart tells us to, but in terms of bias, guys, I'm seeing very bullish reasons to be gun shy, but also very selective with my trades, and making sure that we're keeping our risk very tight, cutting losses quickly, especially when I look left from the 11th, this massive push up. Yeah, but it's so many imbalances here that were just rated by sellers. So for this to get retested and not have those buyers sitting there, I think this is definitely going to be a rejection zone somewhat up in here. I want to go back to the daily time frame. Let's play a fun game of Fibonacci. Pivot low to pivot high would validate that we would retest the high to mid 17,000 range. I don't know, guys. In terms of bearish sentiment being below VWAP on the daily, I like it. To see this pull back down, if we're taking the whole move, knowing that the 61.8 retracement is just below 18,000, definitely something I'm going to be watching out for. Let's go back to the 4-hour and run a Fibonacci on that. But when you're in range, it's tough to see the forest through the trees because we've been in this range going back to February, March. We've just ping-ponged. But we haven't, we've been putting in lower highs, lower or equal lows, but we haven't been able to retest the upper end of the range. And with the catalyst of the Iran-Israel issue, I just see us pushing lower. And especially to have a bearish engulfing candle on the daily just paints a somewhat of a bearish picture for me. Let me know what you guys are thinking and seeing on your end, because I think that's all for this video. That is what I am watching. And even if we fibbed out, yeah, if you went 50% retracement, we are right into those zones. So That's what I'm looking at for this week, guys. Let me know if you have any comments or questions below, and please subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.